Hello children. So today we are going to continue with friction, a necessary evil. Okay? So friction is a necessary evil. So far we have covered the methods to reduce friction. So this was our last topic that we have covered with methods to reduce friction. And today we will start learning about friction, a necessary evil. So it is nothing but where we'll find out the advantages and disadvantages of friction. So the advantages of friction are like this. The first one is that it enables us to write on paper. This is the examples that I have chosen, which is used in our daily lives. So it enables us to write on paper. While writing on paper, where the advantage is friction, it moves faster. It enables us to write on paper. Then the second one is it enables us to hold the pen. Here the friction also works. See here, you can see while holding a pen, it enables us to hold the pen where friction acts here. Then it enables us to walk. While walking, it enables, okay, when we are walking on floor, it enables us to walk it in an easy manner. So then it holds screw in wood. In woodens, you can see in doors, okay, where it holds the screw in woods. Okay, now ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it goes deeper inside the wood. So it's a advantage of friction. It holds screw in wood. And then we have the last one, that is it allows dishes to stand on table and for many more. Okay, it allows dishes bar, okay, where anything that you keep it on plate or in any containers, okay, it allows to stand on table, and many more examples you can take, like keeping a book on table, anything. These are some of the advantages of friction. So dishes means ಊಟನೇ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ, ಊಟ which is there in plate. Okay, so by this we can say that friction is a necessary evil. So by this we can say that friction is a necessary evil. Then let's study about, after one studying about necessary evil of advantages, then even we have to take care of disadvantages of friction, isn't it? So the disadvantages of frictions are like this. Some energy is wasted in overcoming friction, isn't it? ಕೆಲವೊಂದೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, energies what we take while to move or to anything, it will be wasted in the form of overcoming the friction. Okay, some energies will be wasted over there. Then the second disadvantages is it causes wear and tear of sole of shoes. Okay, so for example, while wearing slippers or the shoes, it produces some heat, isn't it? When heat is produced, the sole gets thinner, or it may like gets into broken, it teared out. So here you can see in the textbook, that is in the page number 150. See, once after using all these shoes, it becomes torn at the bottom of the shoe. You can see it here as well as here. In your school shoes or any normal shoes, it once after the soles of the shoes wear out due to the friction. So these are some of the disadvantages. So from this we can say that heat product by friction damages the rubber parts of the machine. Okay, so it means that when heat is produced by friction, it damages the rubber parts of the machine. So let us take some more examples. Friction can also produce heat, isn't it? We know that friction also produces heat. Vigorously rubbing your palms together a few minutes. See, while rubbing your hands, it produces, you can check it out, when you rub it fast, keep rubbing, so it produces some heat. Maybe your question may be like, ma'am, even after you producing heat by your hands, why your hands are not getting torn out? See, it's like, it is not the rubber part, okay, but the friction happens here. Rubbing of your palms makes you feel warm. You can feel it. You can just try over this at your homes. When you rub your hand palms, it produces some feel warm. It feels some warm. Okay. So you can kite variously for other examples in which friction happens. So we already know that we take some while matchbox and we need to fire it. We strike the stick using the matchbox, isn't it? By the side of the matchbox where it produces heat. In fact, when a machine is operated, heat generates. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, generators ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, even there after once it is produced heat, it even converts into, it gets heated up. Okay, the generators which we use and the wastage of energy, even in the mixing or the grinders, once you start using more and more, what happens, it produces some heat. Okay, so it means that heat friction also produces heat. So these are some of the examples or the necessary evils of frictions. So now let us study the three types of frictions. Okay, the three types of frictions that we have is, the first one is static friction, then we have sliding friction, then we have rolling friction. So these are the three types of friction. Static friction means, static friction, the definition states like this: it is the friction which comes into notice when one body is just in contact with other body, but there is no relative motion. We can even call that as stationary friction. Okay, so it is important and may be asked for 1 marks. It is important. So for example, if this is the floor, let's take this as floor, and here we have a box. These two are in contact. Okay, these two are in contact, but they are not relatively in motion, where this is not moving and this is not moving, but the friction takes place over here. So that we can take it as, it is the friction which comes into notice when one body is just in contact with other body. This body is contacting with this body and this body is also in contact with this body. So, but they are not relatively in motion. These two are not moving, but they are in relatively, not in motion, but these two are in contact. For such cases, what we can call it as, we can call those as static friction. Okay, so then it's very important for 1 marks question. Then we have sliding friction. Sliding friction, we have already taken the example. Again, we are going to learn here with the sliding friction. So it is the friction offered when one body slide over another body. Okay, sliding friction definition states that it is the friction offered when one body slide over another body. So for example, a boy will be there. Here's with the help of rope, he has tied with a toy. Okay, let's take this as a toy. With the help of rope, he has tied. Here's one body and take this toy as another body. He's sliding. So for example, ನೀವು ಆಟ ಆಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗೊಂಬೆನ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ದಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಳಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, isn't it? For such cases, the examples can be taken as sliding friction. When we slide down, okay, such frictions we call it as sliding friction. Is it okay, children? So it is the friction offered when one body slide over another body is called as sliding friction. Then we have rolling friction. Rolling friction means it is the friction when one body rolls over the surface of another body. Okay, for such things we call it as rolling friction. It is the friction when one body rolls over the surface of another body. Say for example, skating shoes. Okay, skating shoes, when you take, it will be attached with wheels, isn't it? So what happens? Rolling takes place with the contact with surface. Okay, the friction when one body rolls over the surface of another body. Surface ankonona idna. Okay, this is the surface where the rolling, it rolls with the friction. So for such one, you can call it as rolling friction. So among these three, static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction, by these three we can say that area of contact is more in static friction. Okay, and in rolling friction, it is the minimum of the magnitude used. So it is minimum in rolling friction and it is more in static friction. So as in examples with the textbook, let's take the wheels reduces friction, isn't it? We have already learned this. Rolling friction, here you can see a boy has moving with trolley bag, okay, where the wheels are attached at the bottom. Here on the surface, the rolling friction is taking place. Got it, children? On the surface, the rolling friction takes place where the trolley is attached with wheel. Okay, so this is an example. I want you children to do this activity. Take a pencil, few pencils or pen you can take with which is cylindrical in shape. I mean, which is round, which is cylindrical in shape. Okay, like this it has to be. Take a few pencils which are cylindrical in shape. Okay, take about 3 to 4. Place them on parallel to each other on a table. Okay, keep it on a table. Place all the 3 or 4 parallel cylindrical pens or pencils, whichever which is convenient for you children. Then place it on over the table as figure 12.15. Now push the book with the absorb the pencil rolling on the books. So what you have to do is like this only have to do. Keep 3 or 4 pencils or the pens which is cylindrical in shape. Then place one book on that. Okay, try to move that. Similarly, take one other book. Don't keep it on pencils or pen. Just keep it on the table. Similarly, try to move which is there on pencil and which on table. You have to notice which is moving quickly. Okay, which is easy in friction. Now push the book and observe the pencils rolling as the book moves. Do you feel it easier to move the book in the this way than to slide it? Which is easy? That you have to mention it. Okay, do you think the resistance of the motion of the book has been reduced? You have to check it out. Have you ever seen heavy machinery being moved by places logs under it? So for example, in very big industries, to move heavy materials, what they use trolleys. Okay, when they use trolleys with wheels, it is easier to move it rather than moving big machines. They use trolleys. Okay, I want you children to make this activity and send it. So here it is said that when one body rolls on the surface of another body, the resistance to which the motion is called as rolling friction. Rolling reduces friction. Okay, it is nothing but rolling friction. And the rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction, isn't it? Rolling friction is smaller than sliding frictions. So this covers the able to necessary friction and with some wheels to reduce friction. This increasing and reducing friction we have already learnt in previous video. And from tomorrow with the next video we'll continue with the fluid friction, which is our last topic of the chapter. Thank you.